What's up YouTube? Welcome back to AmbitionZ VapeR. Today I have a review on a vertical coil styled RDA, and it is the Lucid RDA by TenaciousTXVapes. Let's take a look at it. So this was sent to me from TenaciousTXVapes for the purpose of this review. Thank you very much. It will not change my opinion of this RDA. This is a vertical coil style RDA. That's basically what it was made for. It's 25 millimeters in diameter. You can get stainless steel, gold, or black. Clamp style, pretty unique clamp style deck on this. A lot of airflow options. Plenty of a protruding 510 pin to use on your hybrids. It is manufactured and designed, by TenaciousTXVapes. He had his own private manufacturing on this RDA. And he designed it himself, and I guess he put it out himself. I got a James Mucklin 29 36 gauge 0.3 ohm series build in it. Vertical coils, okay? Have it on the VapeR too. I just threw it on there. 130 watts. It's about 6 volts, 6.5 volts, something like that. It's a vape. $140. You can find it at TenaciousTXVapes.com, and I'll give you all what it comes with down low. It's $55 for the black or the gold. It's $50 for the stainless steel, the one I have here. And yeah, TenaciousTXVapes.com. I'll put a link on screen and description. And I'll put a link to his YouTube channel in the description as well. Go show some love, subscribe, check out his videos. Very innovative build deck on this. Pretty crazy. What we're going to do in this review, guys, we're going to dive down to the table. I'm going to show you everything, put a build in it, you know. Show you some pictures, wick it up. I'll show you how I wick, or there's a different way of wicking vertical coils. It's called the bridge wicking technique. We'll come back up top, vape on it, talk on it, pros and cons, final thoughts. From I stole my book bag, and I was on train, and this was in it, would I go out and buy it? Let you know how much it is, where you can find it, and we'll get out of here like usual. So let's just go dive down and check out the Lucid RDA. This is the package that the Lucid RDA by TenaciousTXVapes will come in. Designed by Stan. He is TenaciousTXVapes.com. Lucid RDA. This is the back. It's 25 millimeter in diameter RDA. Extra clamps, extra springs, extra screws, bottom feed pin, Ultim top cap, Ultim drip tip, Delrin drip tip, 510 adapter. So you're going to open it up. You're going to get your Lucid RDA. Then you have this pull tab. And inside you will receive an additional O-ring, Delrin 810 drip tip, 510 drip tip adapter, an Ultim top cap, and you get a bag of O-rings, squonk pin, springs, and clamps, and flathead screws. So here is the Lucid RDA. It says Lucid on the bottom. Has an Ultim drip tip installed. Has the red drip tip in there. Make sure goons fit. Half Moon Mods tip in there. 810s do fit. The Ultim drip tip that comes with it. Alright, and then you have the airflow. Side airflow and kind of bottom airflow. It says Lucid there, Lucid there. On the bottom it says Lucid RDA, designed by Stan, TenaciousTXVapes.com. My serial number is 35. Gold-plated 510 pin. Then you have a Phillips head additional pin to take out the negative post. And that is definitely hybrid safe. Threads are very nice. Okay. 25 millimeters in diameter. This is stainless steel. It also comes in gold and black. Alright, so the airflow configurations. First you got the bottom. You can turn the bottom. Alright, whatever you do to that side, it will do it to the other side. Then you have the top airflow. You can close that one down. It will do it to the side. You can have one. Keep going. Maybe a little bit. Close that one off completely. If you keep going, you can have the airflow closed off like that. So there's plenty of airflow options on this. So this will turn the bottom, and then you use that one to turn, grab there, and you can use that to turn the top. And that's wide open. This is held on by 2 O-rings. Very nice tolerance to it. You can also pop the top off. And if you wanted to, that's the airflow configuration ring. Threads on this part isn't that good. Hear that? It's just kind of grinding. But you could take off that, and then if you wanted to, you could run the Ultim top on there. So let's see how the threads are with that. Take that off, put this on. Threads are actually better on the top of the Ultim, but then you're also going to have to put the O-ring. You're going to have to put the O-ring on the Ultim top cap if you wanted to run it with the Ultim top cap. So, I mean, that's cool, you know, but I wish this was just one piece, or just the threads were better. But conical design, those are all the airflow options, a lot of airflow options on it. Then that's the AFC ring. That comes off. That's so you can turn it, you know what I mean? And yeah, there you are. That's the top cap of the Lucid RDA. So here's the deck on the Lucid RDA. This is pretty much, it's mostly made for vertical coils. That's what it's made for. Alright, there's the juice well, peak insulator, very unique deck. So let's get a closer look at the deck. Alright, this is a clamp system. You got a clamp here and a clamp here. You can change these just by taking them out and putting them lower. Okay, there's holes on both sides. That's what the additional holes are for. See, it's a clamp. Gold-plated deck. Alright. Flathead grub screws, stainless steel flatheads, 2 O-rings with a lip. I like the lip. Okay, so if you wanted to open these up, and they're spring loaded, pretty much how much room you have in between the posts, and that's how it works. You could, if you wanted to, you could take this one here and put it on the bottom. You could have both up top and on the other side both on the bottom. You can also flip the post, the negative post. You can flip that. You can unscrew the bottom screw and flip that. I'm not going to do it, but you can flip that post if you don't want to flip the screws. If it's easier to flip the actual post, I mean, you could do that. And you can take these out and put this one down here so you have them across. You know what I mean? That's how it works. So if I don't know, took out this one, see that? That one was on the bottom. That one was down here. So if you wanted to, you could put it up here, but then this one would have to go down below. So you can either have them crisscrossed or 2 up on the top, and then on the other side 2 on the bottom. I mean, it's cool that you have the option. I mean, if you're going to be doing vertical coils, I think it's good just the way it is. But yeah, we're going to put a build just the way it is. Vertical build. I'm going to do a series build on this just because I feel like it. It's a vertical RDA, vertical coil RDA. So I'm going to do it as it's designed. I'm going to put some 2936 N80 3mm aliens. I'm going to do a series build. So we're back from the close-up on the Lucid RDA by TenaciousTXVapes. How do I feel about it? As you guys know, I don't like vertical style coils. There is a way to put horizontal coils in this, but it's really not made for horizontal coils. It's made for vertical coils. Most definitely. There's no ifs and buts about it. This is a vertical coil styled RDA. That's why the clamps are the way they are. One high, one low, you know. You could put, you know, 2 up or on the same side or 2 down. A lot of like build options for your vertical coils. So if you're a vertical coil lover, this is definitely like an idea you should be checking out. If you have smaller coils, smaller vertical coils, it's good to have the clamps on the same height, you know, and you can also flip the negative post if you don't want to take out the clamp, put it in, take the other one, put it on top. You can just flip the negative clamp post. You can also disassemble this fully to take it apart and clean it and do whatever you want to do. Protruding enough 510 pin on it to use it on a hybrid, but let's go over some cons. The O-ring tolerance to the AFC ring to the deck is a little, I mean, it's not bad, you know, it works pretty good, so I'm not going to really give that a con. You have bottom airflow, and then you have like the side airflow that is vertical. I mean, that's why it's a vertical RDA. It's for vertical coils. 510 adapter, 810 drip tip, Ultim drip tip, Ultim top cap. All that's a good. Now the threads of the AFC ring that goes onto the top cap, if you want to take that off to put the Ultim on like I showed you down low, the threads on that aren't good. They're pretty janky threads. You know, so that's a con, okay? I wish those threads were a little bit smoother. They're not really that smooth. There's not, to be honest, there's not a lot of cons to this RDA. There's subjective cons. I don't like vertical coils. I put a series build in this because I really don't like series vertical coils. So I put a series in it to really try to up it, to try to get a good vape off of it, you know. But it's a good vape. You know, it vapes pretty good, but I don't get good flavor off vertical coils. I just don't. That's just kind of how I feel about it. A lot of airflow options on it. You can have the bottom completely closed off. You can have some of the top closed off. You can mouth to lung on this. You can have it really airy if you like to cloud chase. I would say this is more of a cloud chasing RDA than a flavor RDA, and not really a middle of the road RDA. It's more of cloud RDA. That's what I think that this is more geared towards, is just clouds. The thing with me and vertical coils is that this isn't really pertaining to this RDA specifically. It's more pertaining to vertical coils and why I don't like them. I feel like the flavor is not, it's just not as good as horizontal coils in my opinion. This is subjective, so don't like murder me in the comments if you love vertical coils, okay, and you think they have more flavor. Personally, I don't think they do. I mean, that's just how I feel about it. But another thing is that you have the cotton on the top and then you have the cotton in the wells on the bottom. And when you drip from the top, it dries up for some reason on the top quicker than the bottom. You're fighting. It's constantly fighting to wick. That's why I don't like vertical coils. Horizontal coils, you know, you got the horizontal, you got the cotton going down. So both of them are down. You drip, it hits directly on top of the coils, saturates the coils, and then eventually gets down to the well in the cotton, in the juice well. So your coils are right off the bat getting fully saturated. And then whatever's left over goes into the well. On this one, it's hitting the top. On vertical coils, it's hitting the top of the cotton, and then it's trying to make its way down to the bottom. But when you're vaping it, the top dries off, and the bottom wells are still saturated. And that's why I don't like vertical coils. It doesn't wick well. And it gets dry, and the well's, you know, full of juice. Not full, but it just doesn't, it's fighting. It's constantly fighting upwards to wick when horizontals don't. That's basically what that boils down to. And this is a vertical style RDA, and I think it's a good vertical style RDA. But I'd rather have horizontals with an option for... I like the horizontal RDAs that are proprietary, priority horizontal. Flavor's not bad on it, but it's average flavor. It's nothing to write home about. That's for sure. In my opinion. All right, this is all my opinion. I like how it has indirect airflow, direct airflow. I love the airflow options on it. The machining's pretty good. It's not the best machining because of the threads on the top, but it doesn't have bad machining overall. So I'll give machining on 1 to 10 probably about a 6 to a 7. The posts, the deck itself, really convenient for your vertical builds. Not the easiest to build on. You have to kind of be a little bit patient with it because you have to get the coil, the bottom lead, like you saw me down low, into the bottom, under the bottom clamp, and then the other one that's going the other way. The top one's easy to get in. The bottom one, you kind of have to work it a little bit. Then you have to put your, your tool, and you have to put it in there to make sure it doesn't like fall around. And then, once you get it, it's super easy to tighten them down. Flatheads, pro. Spring-loaded clamps, pro. It's very easy to trim your leads. Super easy to trim the leads. Nice conductivity on this RDA. I have to give it to them on that. Good vape production, great vape production on this RDA. I don't get any spitback on it either. I get no spitback. I'm very surprised I don't get spitback on it. But I don't. So that's a pro. Cargo designs had a top cap. That's a pro. 25 millimeters in diameter. I think that's good. Pro. You can change the clamps. You can put them up. You can put them down. You can, kind of flip them around. Gives you, I guess, some more building options. I'll mention that as a pro. All gold plated with flathead screws. That's a pro. You can take out both posts to clean it. That's a pro. Additional springs, additional clamps, a squonk pin, O-rings. All that is a pro. To me, what it boils down to me is, does it have flavor? That's very important to me. I feel like that's very important to a lot of people. And the flavor on this is average. It doesn't have super awesome flavor. That's just kind of how I feel about it, man. I think I would check some other reviews maybe. I just don't like vertical coils. I don't. I never will. I will never like vertical coils. I try them. I got a series vertical build in here. James Mucklin's, you know what I mean? And crazy build deck, ain't it? And it works really good for vertical build. See, the top's dry and the bottom's super saturated. It's fighting to wick. And that's kind of how I feel about it. And that's not going to change. Leaking? Yeah, it can leak. If you have the bottom airflow open, it can leak. Side airflow? Not really. It's high enough. It doesn't really leak out of there too much. Really conductive. It's super subjective. It's a good RDA. It's a decent RDA. If you really love vertical coils, this is definitely an RDA to go check out. All right? I'll put it that way. This is probably my favorite vertical coil RDA I've used. Super easy to clamp down your leads. It's just a little tough getting that bottom one in. Flathead screws. I like how it's spring loaded. Very easy to tighten them down and all that good stuff. Crazy looking deck. I like it though. I've never seen it. It's innovative, and I love innovation. So Tenacious, man, you definitely get an A for effort on innovation. And I got to give it up to you doing it on your own. That's really awesome. But I would have liked to seen. It's people either go vertical or they go horizontal. It's kind of like yin and yang. It's kind of two separate things, and I'm just not a fan of vertical coils. Putting a horizontal build in this would be a bitch. You can do it, but man, it'd be a bitch. You'd have to bend the lead. You'd have to really work hard at getting, I just don't have time for that. I'd rather, pull out my dead rabbit and forget about it. You know what I mean? I'm more of a POSA style deck fanboy. $50 to $55 for it. I think it's a pretty decent price. For doing it on his own. You know what I mean? I think that's a fair price. I think that's a fair price for this RDA. But if a mugger stole my book bag and I was on a train and this was in it, I wouldn't go buy it. I just wouldn't. I'm not a vertical style coil. You guys already knew that before I even said it. I'm not a vertical coil type of vapor, so I wouldn't buy this RDA. But if you are a vertical coil person that loves vertical coils, I would definitely recommend this RDA to you. That's what I got for you today. Hope you found the video helpful, informative. If you gained something out of this review, consider subscribing. It's free. Content daily, 1080p, 60 frames. Don't waste your bandwidth not being subscribed to the channel. Peace.